plays, moving the chains on third down, so you stay on the field, and then scoring in the red zone. There wasn't anything particular, but we kind of hit everything from every area, and the whole offense was real good on those.
Knowing how highly you think of Christian, what has he shown you through these first 5 weeks, just in terms of the volume, the workload, with everybody knowing that he's going to be the guy?
Just that he's one of the toughest, grittiest guys I've ever been around. I mean, just how he approaches every day, how physical he is. Christian's been unbelievable. He's been running into some really tough looks, but he doesn't shy away from anything. What he did in the pass game today, even what he did in the run game, just for us to be able to have 33 runs when first that run defense, it's so important because you throw it too much versus that team, you're going to end up getting sacks. It's a matter of time before you end up having a turnover. So just being able to stay with it, which is huge with third down, but he's one of the reasons we can stay with the run because of what he does in the pass game for us.
A couple more guys.
What happened there? Did he get lost?
I have no idea. I couldn't believe it. It took him like 20 minutes to get in there. I don't know if he was doing interviews or what, but we would have been mad at him, but he was 4 for 4, so it was all good. Maybe he was talking, I don't know how to not cuss, like he did 2 weeks ago. I don't know. We'll find out.
Speaking of that,
block a kick, I had struggled with that earlier this year as well. Did you see something there that you could take advantage of?
Just the push. I think it was Jordan Elliott who got it, I believe, on the block kick. We just want some big guys in there. It's one of the challenges in this league. You guys see it every week. I mean, block kicks, they happen a lot now. These guys tee off on these guys. It's a tough position to be in, and I was glad that we came up with one.
Coach, speaking of Eddie, the 59-yard field goal, was there a decision to maybe punt it there?
Yeah, it was close. We were pretty close on that line. Debated it for a little bit, but we said, screw it. Let's see what he's got, and he just showed us that we could have done it probably from the 45. It was a hell of a kick.
We have 2 more guys from the end.
That was your first OT since the Super Bowl, I think. Do you have any flashbacks?
No flashbacks. It was a better result, though.
Kyle, what's it do for confidence and morale to take this cobbled together group with a lot of guys down and run the table in the division, first half division games?
It's huge. I mean, you don't sit here and make excuses with injuries, but we've had to have a lot of guys step up that we weren't sure you were going to need to coming into the year, especially guys coming from other teams, guys like KB, guys like MVS. Getting D-Rob back, I think, was huge. He did some real good things today. But I'm just, especially that team today, that's a really good team. Finding a way to beat them, having your record what it is. I mean, you got to keep winning throughout this time, but it's been a good start for us.
All right, guys, appreciate it.
All right, guys, thanks.
All right, I got you, man.
Oh, we good. It's light, huh? It's quick.
I guess we'll just start off, man. A win like that with everybody down, Brock, Jennings, Pearsall. What does it mean for that locker room? What was it like after a win like that against the
Man, it was a joyous occasion, man. But it's a confidence builder, for sure. The Rams are, not only have they been hot this year, they've been hot since last year, since the playoffs, since, before the playoffs. So to get a win against this team, a division opponent, a division rival, it felt great.
You guys are 4-1, 3-0 in the division, and yet the run game hasn't started rolling yet. What can you say about that?
We had almost 400 yards of offense, so, we didn't abandon it. We stuck to it, kept handing it off, and made them respect it. That opens up everything in the back. A lot of people we got Christian McCaffrey. They're going to sell out to stop him. They're not going to let him beat them because he has a reputation of doing that. So, to me, it's not shocking that people will sell out to stop the run because obviously it opens up the back end.
He's a beast in the pass game. Obviously, he's making
For sure.
plays. Kendrick Bourne was making plays. But let's talk about that quarterback, Mac Jones.
Yeah.
And how tough he was. Goes down with the injury. He's holding his back. What can you say about Mac?
Man, tough as nails. Just an apex competitor, man. He just, he's one of those guys where, it's not a surprise why people drafted him where they drafted him, why everybody's so high on him. He has such a high ceiling. Just a really, really cool guy to be around as well.
You shocked by the swagger he has, maybe?
No, I'm not.
Maybe that's a Bama thing. I don't know.
Nah, you know what? I watched Mac over the years just kind of as a spectator, so I seen the swag he possessed. I seen the way he, talks, the way he answers the interviews. He's a very lighthearted guy. He keeps the mood light, but he's a fierce competitor.
Looking at the defensive guys, got your big Texas brother, Alfred Collins. Making the big
I'm an
play
OU
there.
guy, man. You can't
Yeah, I
say
know
that.
you OU
Okay.
Boomer Sooner.
All right. Don't get me banned now.
But his progress from day one in training camp until now, and he makes that play down there at the goal line, forces a fumble,
Yeah.
and recovers. Can you talk about what you've seen from him throughout training camp and up to this point in the regular season?
Yeah, I think since training camp, he's been on the escalator, man. He's constantly taking steps to improve. You can just see it in his assertiveness and the way he plays. Just the difference from July to now, it's night and day. And you know, it's funny because guys usually don't take that big of a jump until they've had an off season to train and they've had a season to see everything. But you know, his progression is kind of scary.
Shanahan had a role in today. You guys go back home. What are you going to do with your break now? And then getting ready for Tampa Bay after a nice little extended bye week.
Well, I have a Sweet 16 to attend. My daughter's, we celebrating her 16th birthday, so I got my hands full this weekend.
I'm a girl dad too. She's
Oh,
5.
see?
She acts like she's 16. The advice would be bad because I'm worried about those days.
Yeah, just get your shotgun, man, and you know, it's okay to let them win. You know? All right, man. I'll take it easy.
Hi. The NFL on Twitter called this the Kendrick Bourne game. What was clicking for you on the offense?
Yeah. First and foremost, I just want to thank God for the opportunity. Last week was very tough on me. Just the adversity I went through and the standard I hold myself to and the things I want to do for my teammates, first and foremost, for the fans, for the organization. You know, I hold myself to a higher standard. So that was tough. And so today it's a blessing. I just want to thank God. But the offense was awesome to be a part of. Mac Jones, O-line, fighting, running backs, tight ends, man. Just collectively, we played well. It was tough for us to get in the end zone, but collectively, we played sound, I think. Was getting down there pretty consistently. So just trying to play like that every week and just finish drives, but finish with points. I think we did that pretty consistent.
KD, you talk about being hard on yourself after the Jacksonville game. It was a critical job there, third down. You guys up 14-0. What did you tell yourself? Because after that, you was a man on fire and bounced back.
Yeah, those type of plays, you know, I look at it as it falls on me. 3rd and 5, I'm wide open to catch a 5-yard route. Mac, trusting me, goes right through my hands. You know, I'm like, man, so it's just adversity. I think it's a game within a game. It's a mental game on the sideline that every individual player is having. Whether it's good, bad, it's a mental thing. So how do I work within that while I'm playing? And I think that's what I learned from last week is how to flush the good, flush the bad. I know how to do it, but week to week is different, and every situation is different. So learning from that situation last week, learning from that play specifically, I hold myself to the higher standard, and I hate it. But having good teammates, you know, just telling me move on, and the next one's going to come. It's important to have guys like that, and you can feel it.
You played with Mac in a couple of different places now. What can you tell us about him and why he can so seamlessly step in and be the starter?
Yeah, I think Mac is just he's built the right way. His mental is the right way. He prepares the right way. I've seen it for a while now, and I'm just proud of him, man. I can. Even when he's throwing the ball, I be telling him at practice, like, man, you zipping the ball and how he's throwing it and stuff like that. You can tell he's confident and things like that. And it's just awesome to see him in this space. How I seen him in New England was a different world for him. So to see him now kind of with, like, the piece he has and he's playing free and having fun, I think it's a big part of the game for him. So it's showing.
Well, it's different to New England. You just mentioned how maybe he's a different guy, different swag. What was it about New England? Because he came out on fire as a rookie, went to the Pro Bowl, but then after that, we know what happened.
Yeah,
so
great.
What is the major difference?
That's what you're saying. It's tough. It's pressure. It's a first round pick. Everything falls on him. He's young. He has to figure it out, and that's tough for anybody. So, I mean, I don't know what that feels like. I undrafted guy, but you just see it. Being a fan of the game, it's tough, and so that stuff is just different. Every situation is different. Coaching is different, and I think now, you know, he fits the system. The system is important for a lot of players, and it shows in his game. So shout out to Kyle, man, John and them. They doing a good job of getting people prepared. Even for myself, you know, I had the opportunity because Ricky's down and Jawan's down, and, you know, they got me prepared, and the same thing with Mac.
Jay Thomas was just saying a lot.
Last two guys.
That you guys, that's the quote-unquote backups. You heard everybody saying, like, well, this probably doesn't bode well for their chances. How do you kind of take that personally? Like, how do you use that as motivation?
It's a part of the game. You know, everybody has, you know, their opinion and they have their rights to it. And I think it's just huge by Kyle and them having D-Rob and older guys, MVS, you know, guys that have experience in the game, and the depth we have, it shows, and it's important for the NFL because, shoot, guys are banged up now. You don't know what's going to happen next week. You know, everything's different. So just having depth has been important.
Obviously, understandably, since you got here in week 2, there have been moments where you're like, looks like,
Grant!
I didn't say that. But, I mean, are there still moments of like, you know, where am I supposed to be in this offense?
Yeah.
And, I mean, once you figure that out,
Yeah.
15 catches? You know?
Yeah. I think it's just being prepared. You know, I didn't come here to be the guy. I'm not coming here to try to get 50 catches a game. None of that. I'm here to play a role, help the younger guys, you know, be a vet. And so if Kyle wants me to play F or he wants me to go to running back, then that's what the week is going to, you know, present. So that's just my mindset. It's about being humble, understanding that there's a role to be played. And that's how my career has been, and I've excelled in that. And that's kind of how I got to where I am. And Kyle, shout out to him because he gave me my first opportunity of showing me how to play in a role. I used to be big on third down, and it's grown, and my relationship has grown with him now. The trust is there, and trust from my teammates and things like that. So it's huge. So that's kind of how I go about it.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Christian, nothing to it, right?
Yeah, guess so.
I mean, was there, I think a lot of people counted you guys out, given the amount of skill position players in particular you guys didn't have. Was that something you talked about? Was it Kyle was pissed off about being an underdog?
Yeah, I think, you know, I don't know. Look, I don't know what the odds makers and all that stuff are, but I do know I love this team, man. I love the character of this team. It's hard. You got guys who are changing positions on a short week and having to learn an offense, and they just showed up a couple weeks ago. You know, that's not easy. And, you know, you got a quarterback who's fighting through some stuff and also, you know, getting the nod on Monday in a short week. There's so many things that happen in this league, and I think, how I say, like, the NFL is like the best reality show because there's so many different things that happen throughout a week, and it makes it so entertaining. But for us players, man, it's just you go out there and you give it your all, and whatever happens, happens. And when you're on a team like this with this kind of character, it makes it a lot of fun.
What can you say about Matt Jones' performance, just slipping into the starting role again?
Man, I don't have enough good things to say about Mac. You know, he's an absolute warrior. He's a leader. He's somebody that we all can get behind for sure. And, you know, I think it's a testament to him and his attitude and the way he plays football. It's a testament to Brock and the way that he's been helping him and getting him ready to go. Testament to the coaches. And, you know, going back to the injury thing, you know, when you have guys go down, it's not one guy that has to step up. It's a whole team and a whole unit that has to step up. So that was a fun one to be a part of.
When you guys get into overtime, Christian, so you're probably disappointed that you let some leads slip, but how do you just shift your mind and step back into get downfield?
Yeah, until that thing hits zero and the game's over, you know, as you say, breathe, focus, explode. You know, mistakes are going to happen. There's going to be plays you want back, but you got to move on to the next play because you don't know which one's going to be the one, and just, you know, do your job and keep fighting.
With everything you went through last year and the work you put in the offseason, how fun is it for you to be touching the ball so much and to be such a part of this offense?
It's amazing. I love football to death. It's, you know, my favorite thing on the planet, and being able to go out there and play with my brothers I don't take any second for granted. With all the moving pieces around you, the whole world knows you're getting the ball a lot, and you're still producing. Is it more satisfying in a way that you're able to still do what you're doing? Yeah, I think, you know, once the win is the most important thing. You know, we don't care how we have it. Obviously, I think everybody and their mother wants to run game to get rolling a little bit more, but myself included. But, you know, we just got to keep chipping away and keep working at it and get guys back and just keep pushing and staying with it. But, you know, to your question, I just think it doesn't change my mindset. You know, just about one play at a time.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Walk us through what you saw, how the play developed in forcing the fumble and coming up with the recovery.
So they, you know, a couple series before, they were doing a draw play. So I run upfield and they run right there. So I was like, felt them doing that, try to fight back. It's a must-have-it play. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause if I didn't do that, then, you know, it would have been different. Maybe we would have scored, and, you know, I saw the ball and cocked it back and hit it.
When he started the carry, he had two hands around it. Did you see him kind of take one off as he was
Oh,
going through? Or was it
I mean, I didn't care. I saw the ball. I was just going to get it. So.
Trent Williams was just in here. He said he hadn't seen many rookies make the leap in the progress that you've made since day one of training camp. Can you take us through that, of what you felt like as a pro day one of training camp to what you're doing now? And he plays in crunch time situations.
You know, just coming to work every day, being intentional, find things to get better at every day. Technique to conditioning, to, you know, recognizing different plays and stuff, and, you know, continue to, you know, buy into what this whole organization is doing, because, you know, this is a 10 out of 10 organization, and, you know, I've been just flourishing, and it's only up from here.
What does it mean to you to get kind of proof of concept of, like, hey, I've been putting in all this work and then to get a result and make a play tonight? Like, what does that mean to you?
Makes me want to keep going, man, keep working harder.
When you started training camp or early in training camp, were you like, you know, this is hard, you know, I'm not enjoying myself?
Yeah, I had, you know, first couple of days, you know how it is, you know, legs heavy. But like I said, I came to work every day, continue to, you know, pour myself, ask questions, you know, pour into what they're telling me, and shit. I mean, I'm doing, you know, pretty good now. So.
Can you describe this, the last stop, and how it felt jumping in there with seemingly everybody else on defense to finish it off?
Man, it's a mindset, you know. We all, you know, always got our ears pinned back, you know what I'm saying? You know, we fight for each other, and, you know, that was a big play for everybody.
Do a couple more. Were you able to keep the ball, the fumble recovery? Yeah, where's it?
I think the equipment guy has it. I was kind of tired, I ain't gonna lie, my legs did. Yeah, I just try to get to the bench, sit down a little bit. Yeah.
After that fumble, do you
Last
remember
one.
which one of your teammates was maybe the most excited? Said anything crazy?
I think Samuel, I think he was the one who was on my back, you know, I was trying to run, but I think everybody's pretty excited, you know, it was, you know, a pretty big play, and, you know, I'm just happy to see everybody smiling and all that stuff. Yeah.
All right, thanks, Alfred. What can you say about his performance and his leadership tonight?
Unbelievable. You know, he's obviously proven that he can win us games. You know, in those first two starts that he had with us versus Saints and versus the Cardinals, and then for him to again this game, we're banged up on offense, but yeah, man, just so huge, and can't say enough about the team as a whole, and then the resilience and the resolve.
As a defensive player, is that pretty much a dream way to end a game?
Yeah, I mean, you hope to finish it and not have to go to overtime, but yeah, it was insane. You know, obviously they didn't want to have to end in a tie, and so they thought that they could, you know, I guess big boys at the end there, and we had to see who wanted it more.
What did you see in that fourth down stop? You were like the first one to get pressure up the middle.
Yeah, I mean, you could just tell the way that they had lined up that they were going to run the ball. You know, there was sometimes, you know, if they line up and they're a little bit looser, you may have the chance to have some sort of play action pass on that play, but you could tell by when they came out that they were going to run, right? So I don't even know if my intention was to make the play. It was just to try to blow it up, make it muddy, right? And so, man, yeah, just amazing win.
For the Arizona game, Upton gets the pass breakup tonight. Alfred Collins gets the fumble. Siegel comes in at the end of the last play. What does it do just for rookies to get kind of proof of concept of like, hey, our work is leading to things, and particularly with how much we've talked about the young guys on the team?
Yeah, I know John Lynn's probably going to celebrate on that plane tonight. Oh, man, yeah, Alfred Collins, unbelievable play on the 1 yard line to punch the ball out and give our team a chance to keep going. You know, it was unbelievable. And you spoke about how, you know, our young guys really coming and playing big for us these last few, I mean, all these games so far. And, you know, they're just getting started. Uh-oh.
What do you say about how far Alfred Collins has come since training camp when it wasn't really certain that he was going to make it on the field early in the season?
Yeah, no, it's a credit to him, right? Just to continue to keep going and keep searching for opportunities to get better, you know, every single week. And you see it, you know, he's already big and imposing. So the fact that he's starting to use that size and be dominant in there, right, and make those game-changing plays, I mean, the sky's the limit for him.
Fred, on that last play, you did make it muddy, but did you know where the ball was or where he slipped off to it? Who stopped him?
I had an idea. You know, I didn't know who stopped it. You know, as soon as I got through there and saw the running back kind of got held up, I figured that we stopped him. So.
Brad, I know players make plays, but with all of the moving parts and the injuries and the shuffling, what does it say really about Kyle and Saleh and kind of how they think for you guys in this game?
Yeah, no, they're the best in the game. You know, a game like tonight, you know, speaks to that completely, right? I mean, you're on a short week, you're wounded, you know, down a bunch of guys, and to get your players prepared enough to go out there and compete at the level that we did, I think the intensity was there from the first snap. You know, Kyle's the best in the game at motivating his players through the film, through the tape, and you know, of course, Saleh is amazing in his own right as well. So, yeah, humongous win.
Brad, it looked like Chase Lucas kind of failed initially on that last play.
You said he what on that last play?
Kind of filled the hole.
Yeah,
initially.
yeah.
He said his job was to F it up. But, you know, he seems to have a, whatever, dog mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Can I say that? But, I don't know, what can you say about him? I mean, obviously, the game's on the line, but that takes some courage for everybody.
No, absolutely, yeah. I mean, Chase, you know, in the midst of the game and the chaos of everything happening, sometimes it takes me a little bit to find out that guys are hurt or somebody's had to sub in, right? So I think it was during a TV timeout, and I saw him standing there, and I'm like, oh, shoot, okay, hey, let's go. You know, hey, it's your moment. Like, you might make the game-winning play, right? So, yeah, he was pumped up, fired up after that play.
Thank you. Sorry, just one more. Go ahead. For you guys to get plays from Lucas and Gibson was in the right spot at the right time to recover the fumble and all this stuff, like, what does that do to the psyche of, you know, your group to be able to kind of see that everyone was chipping in?
Yeah, no, it takes everybody, right? It's not just you know, one or two guys who are making the plays. It's truly a collective effort. You know, this is the truest team sport in all of sports, in my opinion, right? And it took everybody today to find a way to win.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, guys.